Welcome to Algebra 1 5.1 Journal, Solving Systems of Linear Equations by Graphing. System of linear equations. Let's get this going right away. That's a set of two or more linear equations in the same variable. These are in the book, don't forget. You can find these in the book. Page 236. I do suggest reading the books to get those complete. There's more detail in there. Solving systems of linear equations. And two variables is and blank pair. That's an ordered pair. Whoops, just want to get rid of that little blue dot. Okay. This is what we mean by an ordered pair. There's an x value, there's a y value. That's going to turn out to be where the two lines intersect. So I should also mention that that's going to be an intersection of the line. How do we do this? Graph each equation in the same coordinate plane. Estimate the point of intersection. As I mentioned, that's our solution. Then check the point by substituting it back in for x and y and making sure it works in both equations. I don't know why I don't have any notes down here. We'll get to that a little bit later, I guess. So let's get right in with the extra practice. Just some yeses and nos here for our answers. And you just plug these and check them in. Remember, x and y. And then plug it into each one. You don't have to write it out again. It helps. If it helps, use it. And then so I'm just going to have 1 minus 3 equals -2. That's -2 equals -2. That one checks out. It looks like a solution. I'm going to check the second equation here. 2x plus y equals 5. Again, you don't have to write that down. You can see it there if it helps you see it. So that's 2 times 1 plus 3 equals 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. That's going to be 5 equals 5. It checks out. So that's a yes, it's a solution. So yes, to be real detailed, 1, 3 is a solution to the system of equations. Okay, let's jump down here to number 4. Same thing again, label them x and y. Just start plugging it in. So I've got x minus 2y equals 3, so that's going to be -1 minus 2 times -2 equals 3. That's -1. Negative times negative is positive. Plus 4 equals 3. 3 equals 3. That checks out. I should mention it's got to be true in both equations to be a solution. If it's only true in one, it's not a solution. So it's got to be true in both of them. Now let's try our second one. 2x minus y equals 0. So we have 2 times -1 minus a -2 equals, I got the wrong number down there, not 2, 0. That should be 0. So I have 2 times -1, that's -2 minus a -2, that's plus 2 equals 0. 0 equals 0, that checks out. There's another yes there. Would have liked to have checked a no one, but remember, it's got to be true for yes, it's got to be true in both equations. No, it's false in one or both. So if you get a not equals, it's not a solution. So in 7 to 9, use the graph to solve the system, check your solution. So our solution is our intersection. So I'm saying the solution is get the coordinates. That's going to be 4, 2. Now you've got to check it in these equations. So I got x plus 2y equals 8. So that's 4 plus 2 times 2 equals 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 equals 8. Checks out on that one. Let's try another one here. We've got the 3x minus 2y equals 8. So I have 3, and I should have labeled these. That's my x, that's my y. 3 times 4 minus 2 times 2 equals 8. That's 12 minus 4 needs to equal 8. 8 equals 8. That checks out. It's a solution. I'm feeling pretty good about our answer right there. Oh, and I forgot to check our answer over here. There's our 4, 2. So we do see the answer in there. We don't really need the scrambled answers here because we're checking our own answers. Okay. There's our scrambled answers. These we got to solve. Okay. So if they're in slope-intercept form, you should be good at those. This one, I'm liking for my intercepts, x and y. I'm noticing this because 3 and 2 both go into 6 easily, so I'm going to have 0 and 0. So 3x minus 2 times 0 equals 6. That's minus 0, so 3x equals 6. So x equals 2. I got the 2, 0 right there. If x is 0, 3 times 0 minus 2y equals 6. That's 0 minus 2y, or negative 2y equals 6. You're dividing by the negative, don't forget, y equals negative 3. That gives me the point down here. I graph these. And graphing accurately is going to be important here since you're looking for the intersection. If your graph is off, your answer is going to be off. And I got y equals negative 3. That's going to be the purple. That's just this horizontal line right here. There's my solution. My solution is... the solution is 0, negative 3, which I can see over here. I can also check it out like we did on the last page. If I put, this is my x, this is my y. The bottom one is pretty easy to check. Negative 3 equals negative 3. That works good. For this one, I'm going to have 3 times 0 minus 2 times negative 3 equals 6. Negative times negative is positive. 6 equals 6. That's 0 plus that at this point. Because the negative times the negative, we'd have had 0 plus 6. And that's just 6. It checks out for our answer. 15 is a little tougher one here. So let's check this out. Let's do this one in blue first. So 3 and 4, they add up to 7. They don't divide in there easily. I could use, let's do one each way. I could use, x and y intercepts here. So let's try x and y intercepts. I'm just going to put it in slope-intercept form. I'm just going to go with that. So we're going to have 3x minus 4y equals 7. Minus 3x minus 3x. Negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 7. I divide by negative 4. That means everything divides by negative 4. Y equals negative over negative is positive, so that's 3/4 x. Positive 7 over negative 4, that's minus 7/4. That's going to be easier to look at as a mixed number. So that's going to be 3/4 x minus 1 and 3/4. Sorry, just rearranged the work there to get a little bit more space. So let's graph this negative 1 and 3/4. that's going to be right there. Now we can still count this out. Our slope is 3/4, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Notice I went up 3 lines. I'm just above the line. Then I go over 4. That's going to put it right there. I don't need these other marks there. Drawing good lines is important here. I can't use a ruler on this computer because it doesn't work well. But I suggest doing that. Let's do this other one in gold. So I'll do this one. We've got 5x plus 2y equals 3 minus 5x minus 5x. 2y equals negative 5x plus 3. I'm going to divide by 2. Another way I can write this out is just show dividing each one by 2. It's the same as dividing the whole thing up there. Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 3 over 2, that's 1 and 1/2. Graph it, 1 and 1/2. For my y-intercept, down 5, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go over 2. That's going to take me to right there. I draw in my line, and it's not perfect, but it's looking pretty close to 1, negative 1. So I'm going to say that that's my solution. Whoops, I forgot the parentheses, and I do see that one over there. Okay, our challenge problem here. The test has 20 questions, and it's worth 100 points. We have X true-false questions. Those are 4 points each. Y multiple choice questions. Those are 8 points each. I'd wanted red. Oh well. Come on. There we go. Fill this out. X and Y. Well, think about what X and Y are. Don't just look at X and Y. X is the number of true-false questions. Y is the number of multiple choice. So if I take the number of true-false plus the number of multiple choice, well, you've been told there's got to be 20 questions on the test, so that has to add up to 20. Okay? Now, the 100, that's the 100 points that are on the test. Okay? Each true-false question is worth 4 points. So each one you're going to get right, that's going to be 4 points. That's going to be 4 times X. What's going to go in front of the Y? That's multiple choice. That's 8 points each. So there's your 2 equations. Now you have to graph them. Okay? I mentioned you can convert this to slope-intercept form. You can use your X and Y 0, 0 here too. That works really nicely with this. If Y is 0, X plus 0 equals 20, X equals 20. Same thing happens for Y. 0 plus Y equals 20, Y equals 20. You can graph that and get that on there. Again, that's a pretty good line actually. Get it in there. This one you can do the same thing because 4 and 8 both go into 100. It'll work well. Or you can put it in slope-intercept form like we did here. I'm going to let you try to graph this one yourself. Okay? And get it on the graph. See where the intersection is. It will be hard to read the intersection. It might be a little bit off, but it should be pretty close to our answer. I don't know if I have the answer on the page here, though. I don't think I have that answer on the page. We'll catch you later. Have a good day.